Sandman enter modified man, rocking and rolling. The big dogs are ready to eat, and here we go with the El Saint Amant Enterprises 358 modifieds. Brian Stevens in the 44, slinging around high on the outside. Boyd McTavish down low in the 41. Everybody picking their places. Look at Chris Steele, the youngster there in the 80 car. Graduate from the open wheel lights. A lot of shucking and jiving going on back in the pack. George Bossy, the 31, he's looked very racy. Keep your eyes on him. 3 come across the stripe with Brackman and Scott Wood. That's heady stuff right there. Brian Stevens leading it. Chris Steele challenging, following Brian's high line out of 4. 3 laps in, 30 the distance, 30 more to go. Seaway hose and hydraulics night. Glad to have you with us. A long night, but a good one. Great feature wins in just about all of the 5 divisions. Flying Brian is indeed a wing and a flying. Down into turn 1 they go. Chris Steele takes over second. McTavish drifting back to third. Tim Jones in the 15J operating right now from position 4, and Rich Vincent runs 5th. Boyd McTavish ran stout early, fading a little bit. Dan Miller in the 22 trying to find some maneuvering room. Pete Bicknell in the 42, our points leader without the benefit of a feature win. Can he break into victory lane? Flying Brian in the Gaston's Auto 44. Showing no mercy at this point. Half a straightaway lead on the 80 of the youngster Chris Steele. Here they come again. Here's Stevens, there's Steele, there's Jones, there's McTavish, there's Miller and Vincent, Scott Wood, Lemaire, Cosgrove, George Bossy, Chad Brackman, Lampman, Bicknell, Gordon, and Rickner, your top 15. 8 laps deep into it. Flying Brian continues to proceedings from P1. There he is. In turn 3, that thing is a screaming. A very determined drive so far by Flying Brian. Scott Wood on the move. 7th place at the moment. He's got Rich Vincent dead ahead in position 6. Stevens, Steele, Jones, Miller, McTavish, Wood, and Wood continues his climb. He looked good and potent in the heat. Can he carry the momentum through to the A-Main, the feature event? Dust to flying along with the moths in the lights. Brian Stevens, Steele again, Jonesy, your top 5. Dan Miller's got a good run going in 4th right now. Scott Wood in 5th. Boyd trying to keep him within his sights. Rich Vincent's there in the 93. 56. Kenny Cosgrove in the 9. He is right now 9th and trying to move up. Bossy hanging on to stay in the top 10. Chad Brackman drops the right side wheels off the edge of the track on the exit of turn 4. A modified feature here in Oval 1. Good to have you with us. Eric Thomas, Fran Buschardt, and Clinton Jeffrey. And the tool needs tire. You got a couple of lanes there blackening over, as you can see, on the high side and down in the middle, well, down towards the bottom. So if you can make that middle lane work where it hasn't blackened over, because where it's black, it's slick and it's slippery. Not a lot of grip there, but Stevens so far has control of everything. Still got about a 3/4 of a straightaway lead on the rookie Chris Steele in the 80. Out of 4 again. Dust is picking up. We're on lap 15, moving with rapidity through this. Scott George in the 312 visiting the pits on the fly. Something amiss with the 312. Here comes Stevens out of 4. Flying Brian making it count. Chris Steele trying to close in, but man, that kid is pedaling as hard as he can. Then drop it back about 8 car lengths to the 15 of Tim Jones. Bicknell high in 1 and 2 and low in 3 and 4, trying to move up, but man, oh man, we have not seen Brian Stevens move with this much authority in a while. Past champion, as we said, Scott Wood going to try and make that low line work. Something. because Brian is flying. Here he comes. Triple X, Todd Gordon, winner last week. Pitts, that's a bit of a turn of events. Halfway through the run. Yeah, pretty good gaggle of cars back there with Lampman in the 42, Bicknell 42, and Bassi is in trouble in the 31. He ran good in the heats, but not so good in the feature. He's trying to get down the road. He won't be able to make it. The yellow will come out. And Brian Stevens did not want to see that yellow. But I bet you Chris Steele did. Didn't lose a lap. Nice work there. Watch Scott Wood working there with Tim Jones down on the bottom. He could be the most dangerous car on the racetrack other than Brian Stevens. Scott Wood has got that thing maneuvering, and Scotty has had a couple of feature wins so far. Flying Brian came into the night way down 21st in the points. Scott Wood on the march indeed, Fran Buschardt. Working down low, but Chris Steele has done a marvelous job to stay with Brian in the 80. The kid is good. Wow, Jonesy did a little cross up there. 15J. But Scott Wood making that low line work for him. Let me tell you. But they're still trying to catch Brian Stevens, former track champion. Oh, Steele. And Scott Wood gets down in the moat as well. That may have interrupted the momentum just for a smidge. Trying to catch Brian. Chris Steele is right there. Brian has got to be careful because he's got some people trying to kick the back fence down. And I hope that Steele didn't get into Woods there for a second. The car bobbled for a bit. May have been a hair of contact. I hope not. Brian Stevens holding off Chris Steele. The kid is not driving like a rookie. He's driving like a veteran, a seasoned veteran. Scott Wood, 10 more to go. There may be a scoring adjustment here. We'll tell you about in a minute. Brian Stevens, a 44, hanging on to it here. I don't think there's anybody in this grandstand that wouldn't like to see Brian win this. Scott Wood fans are pulling though, and he's got some good work going down below. Chris Steele, amazing stuff for this youngster. Graduate, oh boy, almost gets into Wood again. He might have actually made contact that time. Keep your eyes on the second and third place automobiles. That could get hair-raising before we're done, and we're getting down towards the bottom here. 27 laps on the clicker. And it's still the 44, the Gaston Auto. Ray Stevens prepared. Number 44, a flying Brian Stevens. Mel Swartz' favorite driver. We lost Mel recently. He's up there looking at this and loving every second of it, let me tell you. Scott Wood digging down low against the guardrail. Now the Chris Steele 80. His attack has been arrested somewhat. Jones, yes, Tim Jones, Fran, you're right, has had a nice run in the 15J. Jonesy right now is fourth. Dan Miller is fifth. Miller's had a good run too. Whoa, Jones got crossed up there on the high side of 1 and 2. Yeah, don't say anything more about him, Fran. 5 more to go. And Flying Brian filed a flight plan, and he has stuck to it, and it has been perfect, surviving 1 restart. Ken Cosgrove is marching nicely down low as well. Keep your eyes on the number 9. He is 6th at the moment. Flying Brian up top. Scott Wood second. Chris Steele, good job, still third. And then a gap back to the 15J of the veteran Tim Jones out of Hamburg. 3 more, that's all. Scott Wood trying to do something to catch him in the Investors Group 38. Brian way down, 21st in points. Didn't start the season in the car. Health issues held him out. But he's looking pretty healthy right now. 2 more to go, says Doug Leonard. Brian Stevens fans, the veteran fans, are liking this a lot. Scott Wood pedaling hard on the whip, trying to pull in Brian. 1 more to go, looking for White. There it is. This could be a huge night in the Stevens pit for sure. Flying Brian. He knows Woodsy is there. Brian Stevens, turn 3. One more turn of the wheel. Here he comes. Brian will come on down to grab checkers. Scott Wood second. Chris Steele, a fabulous finish in the show. Tim Jones fourth, Cosgrove fifth, Miller sixth, Brackman seventh, Lampman eighth, Lemaire ninth, and Bicknell 10th. Scott Wood penalized 2 positions for jumping the last race. That is the word we get from the timing and scoring crew. So keep your stubs. There's an adjustment to be made there. 70s. Driver of Mel Swart, an icon around these parts who no doubt is up there somewhere smiling at this one.
Yeah, Mel's certainly smiling, I'm sure.
No doubt, no doubt. Brian had the 4 for a while, the 44 for a while, the 444 for a while, back to the 44. This is not a high budget operation, let me tell you. And Ray, his dad, who raced convertibles, believe it or not, here years and years ago, rumbles into pit lane. Go and see him in the pits afterwards. He'd love to talk to you. And Clinton Jeffrey's going to get that honor to do here in a couple of seconds. Take it away, bud.
All right, well, we'll get Brian out of the car here, and we'll get a word with them. The Gaston's Auto Sales and Service. Henderson's Pharmacy 44 here. So he'll work on getting his helmet off and get out here and have a word with us. So he will add another one to the career win total here at Merrittville. How about it, folks? Big round of applause for Flying Brian Stevens. Brian, good run for you again here tonight. You're putting these cars through the paces, not even lifting at all. Talk about your drive on the high side, really getting her done tonight.
Well, the car has been so bad, and we've been trying different things, and I don't know what, but we checked it tonight. It was horrible in the heat when we were on the scales, and the dad, myself, the guys worked like crazy. The car was so far out to lunch, it was incredible. And I think a blind guy probably could have got it to go around faster than me. But anyway, we just changed everything on this car. Dad just everything, and it was good. It was good.
Track looked really slick. How were you having to deal with that on the high side?
We made the decision to go up there, and you had to be right on the money every lap. It was like a long way around, but didn't really even see anybody until the very end there. I saw somebody, but so feels good.
Well, you were on the money, now you're in the money. Congratulations, Brian, tonight's feature winner, and he'll pick up all the bonuses as well. So thanks to all our competitors here, and Eric, take us home.
Certainly will. Congratulations to Brian. We'll pop over for a quick visit. We know it's a late, ladies and gentlemen. We do want to be with us tonight. Speedway hose and hydraulics night, autograph night, photograph night. If you didn't get your autograph or photo, head to the pits. Join us over there, and they'll be more than happy to oblige you. So, thank you again to Seaway Hose and Hydraulics for being with us tonight. Paul Fileski and the crew from the Fourscore Fan Club are with us tonight. And we do want to thank them for their unflagging support of the sport in this area. Always good to see Paul and the crew, and we'll see them at their banquet, if not before. Next week, SMS Machine Tools presents our 4-cylinder trucks. Their visit to the Speedway, along with the 358 Modifieds, Hoosier Stocks, the open wheel lights, and our Tuesday night kart club. So that'll wrap it up from here. We'll talk to you tomorrow night on Raceline Radio. Lewis Hamilton, the Formula One phenom, will be our special guest, among others, as we wrap up the racing weekend for you on Canada's only nationally syndicated motorsport radio show, Raceline Radio. Monday night, 7 on the Fan 590 Toronto, and at 9 o'clock on 105.1 The River. So on behalf of Fran Buschardt,